Sonic the Hedgehog is a well-known character present in all kinds of media, such as TV shows, movies, toys, comics, and lyrical music. But do notice, I never mentioned video games in that collection. Well, it's because no matter what you think of the games, no one truly likes Sonic video games. You just like the character. Which, this whole thing is a big issue that some people really seem to deny, which I truthfully do not understand. Sonic is a character you like. You do not like the video games he is present in. If you strip the Sonic away from it, they now just become nothing. No one likes these games. They just like the characters, whether you want to deny it or not, no matter what you say, no matter what argument you want to concoct. You don't like the games. So, I believe we should get a rundown of what makes Sonic even good from the start, and really explain why it aligns more with the multimedia aspect than any sort of video game or gameplay aspect, which I've already stated and made super clear, and hope everyone can understand that you don't like the gameplay. Alright, so let's just go through some things that I think Sonic is liked for, alright? So, Sonic is simple and unique. It's a blue hedgehog that runs fast. It's a simple concept that is easy to grasp, People will just easily understand that. And, in the games and stuff, you can see this translated really well. It's simple to grab onto, people don't, struggle to have fun with these games kind of thing, They're easy to understand. So, Sonic is a simple and unique character. Sonic also has a great design that people can recognize, Sonic just is instantly, everyone knows who Sonic the Hedgehog is, Of course, now, if you go outside of Twitter, no one knows who Sonic is, but, within Twitter, Sonic is very iconic, I will say. And that's why I think he should really be in story-based media, because his design is, so iconic. But despite saying all this, I've not found much interest in any of the TV shows or, even really the movies revolving around the character. I find these versions of the character to be very boring because they're overly action focused. That's another issue too. Even when we do get, these good, an actual Sonic adaptation into the superior media form, which is obviously, film and TV show and comics and books, these type of things. But even when Sonic is put in the correct context, they can never, implement it correctly. They become way too action-focused. This action-pilled Sonic, per se, if you want to go down that rabbit hole. I think it creates a problem because what I'm really here for is Sonic as a character. Since, I genuinely cannot think of any other character with this much potential. It's just, he's so interesting, something to get invested into, I sit there awake at night and I constantly think, man, Sonic is truly free like the wind. So interesting, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it makes me want to cry. It's so beautiful. Like, I've never seen such a character with this much depth. It's astonishing. It's astonishing. So, the issue is, when we run into this action-pilled Sonic, and then it creates a conflict, is what I'm getting at, where we have the actual interesting character, the development, the world, the places to see, the things to do, and I think that's what the games get right, because you're actually, interacting and stuff. You get to see what the world looks like. You get to explore the world, that's what makes these games so great. It's such a good way of exploring the world. And, it's a great way of getting that lore aspect in. But the issue is that, you cut to the cinematics, and then it just becomes action-focused. Like, I don't know when they realized, I don't know when they, decided that it should be all this action. I frankly think it's a bit ridiculous, and strays away from what Sonic really is, which is a character that is free like the wind, and just wants to do what he thinks is right. That's it. It's so simple, yet it makes me cry tears of pure joy out of the sheer depth of his character. So, saying all this action-filled stuff, I really think the best place that you can find this sheer overload of action, where it's utterly ridiculous, and I think fans have just gotten completely, dare I say, gaslit into thinking that this is what Sonic is. It's frankly ridiculous. Look at the Unleashed opening. This is the best example of this ridiculous action mindset. It's utterly absurd. It really is. It is really absurd. I look at this and it's just he's beating up dudes. He's going super it's disgusting. It is foul. It is wrong. It is disgusting. It is putrid. I do not know where they thought in their right mind that this is what made Sonic good. When I think of Sonic, I think of him, being laid back and chilling. Just being such a chill character kind of thing. And it's just a shame that these people actually, want to make him go fast. It's a big problem. It's a big problem, because Sonic shouldn't go fast, all right? That's not something that makes Sonic appealing. Sonic just should not go fast. It's too fast, and it's too much action, when Sonic should really just be the slower series that focuses on what makes it good, which is the characters and the world. Now, I know saying all of these, what should be common sense and very logical statements, this shouldn't be controversial. Sonic fans are going to do their thing and make it controversial. They're just going to make it where, they're going to make it where no one understands it, kind of thing. And it's just going to become a whole problem. It's going to be a big problem, and Sonic fans I just don't think they'll be able to learn from the issues that the series has, because they've been so action brained. The whole meta era. Ever since the 2010s, they've just been pushing this idea that Sonic should actually be action focused. Back when Sonic actually used to be good and relevant and actually used to sell a lot. Back in, let's just use Adventure 2 as an example, That game is not action-focused, at all, It's perfect, because Sonic is a slow, collected character that really gets to, you really get to understand him, and you really get to understand his world, and you really get to understand the other characters. So, despite all of this, and, I know everyone's gonna get on me, I'm right and you're wrong, so I'll see you never.